For more than 50 years, Technovorm has successfully combined the best innovations of modern product development and design to bring the real taste of coffee to millions of people worldwide via their Mocha Master coffee brewers. Providing the perfect cup comes from the design of our brewers that meet strict guidelines set forth by the ECBC and SCA Gold Cup brewing standards for the 4 T's. Temperature. Mocha Master's copper boiling element brews between 196 to 205 degrees Fahrenheit and holds the brewed coffee between 175 to 185 degrees Fahrenheit via an independent hot plate element. Time. A full carafe brews in 4 to 6 minutes with the correct saturation time. Turbulence. This brew process creates a perfect coffee bloom and even extraction. And total dissolved solids, or TDS. Solubles between 18% and 22% in every cup. Quality in craftsmanship is also important, which is why every Mocha Master coffee brewer carries a 5-year warranty and is handmade in the heart of the Netherlands using only quality European parts that ensures longevity of your brewer and are cleanable, repairable, recyclable, sustainable, and plastics are BPA, BPS, BPF, and phthalate free. Mocha Master coffee brewers are timeless in design and will grace your home with elegance that's matched only by its quality.
Hi, I'm Mary Rogers, and this is the Cuisinart Perfect Temp 14-cup automatic programmable coffee maker. It's beautifully designed. It has a housing of stainless steel and accented buttons. It has some great coffee technology that we use to make hotter coffee and lots of great features. First, you'll notice it says carafe temp. And when you press this button, you have options of low, medium, and high carafe temperature. And that's adjustable. And why would you want to use that? Is because if you're someone who puts a lot of milk in your coffee, you'd want to set this on high. But if you don't put any additives in your coffee, you take it black and you want it a little bit cooler so you can drink it right away, you can use medium or low. The other thing you'll notice is there's a tone button. And the tone button allows you to completely turn off the audible sound that beeps when your coffee is ready. And some people tell us sometimes when the coffee maker beeps and goes off that it makes their dogs bark. So that's a nice feature if you want to keep your dogs quiet while you're enjoying your coffee at home. Here you'll notice there's a clean button, a bold button. So if you want your coffee to be have a bolder strength or flavor, you use that feature. Here's a brew off and auto off, programmable and auto on, and also a 1 to 4 cup setting. And the 1 to 4 cup setting is important to use when you're making 1 to 4 cups because it adjusts the brewing so that you still get a perfect cup of coffee in the end. So here's the carafe. You'll notice the handle has an accent of stainless steel, has a knuckle guard on the inside like many of our coffee carafes. The lid is easy to remove, gives you your measure markings here. Easy to put back on. Pop it right into place. It also has a little brew pause feature, which I'm going to show you how to use in a few minutes. But first, let's look at the inside of the coffee maker. Here in the back, this is your filter holder. You just pop that open, and this is the filter that comes with your charcoal water filter that comes with your coffee maker. I already prepared it to be used. It was soaked and rinsed, which you need to do. Just follow the instructions in your manual to take care of that before you use it. And you just slip that right in the back. Here is your permanent gold tone filter. You'll notice I already put coffee in here because we're going to brew some coffee. And I like this because it's reusable. It also makes sure that you remove the sediment, but if you prefer very, very little sediment, you should use the paper filter. And these are number 4 filters. We give you several of those to get you started when you get the coffee maker home. There's also on the side here, I'm going to just turn this around so that you can see it a little bit easier. There's a water window, and that's where you're going to add your water, which I'm going to do right now, by using the water window as a guide. I put enough coffee in here to make 6 cups. I'm just going to pour this in, and I can actually see the water window from the inside. So I'll stop pouring when I get up to 6. And then all you need to do, turn the coffee maker on, and it's going to begin brewing. The other thing that's nice about this too is it has a programmable function which allows you to program the coffee maker to go off in any 24-hour period. It also has an auto off feature which can be set, so if you are in a hurry in the morning and you don't want to worry about turning your coffee maker off before you actually leave for work, you can set it to go off after 0 minutes to 4 hours. So then you don't have to concern yourself with it. The other thing I mentioned is it's actually has a brew pause feature, and the nice thing about that is that when the coffee starts brewing, after you have a cup or so in there and you don't have the patience to wait for the pot to be fully brewed, you can remove this and pour your coffee. It's just starting to get brewing now. So there you have it, the Cuisinart 14 cup perfect temp coffee maker.
So this is the Hamilton Beach coffee maker. So it allows you to make a carafe of up to 12 cups by placing it inside the water holder here. Nice and little bits of no spilling there going on, which is awesome when you pour. Okay. So it allows you to either slide it to the right for a carafe, which will give you the whole pot of coffee, or if you slide the button to the left, it enables single serve, which to take care of that, you add your water. What I typically do is just fill whatever cup size I'm using, whatever mug, and then you just pour it in there. Once it's poured in there, set the cup or mug here, and then this part, pull tablespoons of coffee, you reinsert it, and then in order to start, you would press on brew, where it says brew now. So I already put in enough coffee and water to brew about 6 cups. It's neat because you have brew options where if you press brew options, it will make it a bold cup or carafe or regular. In this case, I like mine to be bold, so I'm going to press bold and then press brew now. So as far as the time goes for how long it takes, it does take a little longer to brew a bold cup of coffee or pot of coffee than it does a regular, but it's still really good and pretty quick compared to my last coffee maker. It does display your hour and minute here. It also has a program feature here, which if you hold the program button, it'll show you the time that it's set for. And so in order to change it minutes and hour, you have to actually hold that program button to go up or down with the minutes and hours. So I'm going to go ahead and click on brew now again because it stopped it when I pressed program. Alright, so it's just about finished brewing now. You can see the time difference. So it doesn't take super long for it to brew. Again, this is about half a carafe, so I only brewed about 6 cups. But yeah, overall, it's, you know, not super fast as far as brew time goes, but it's also not the slowest I've seen. The quality is pretty fantastic in way of, you know, flavor and how easy it is to use. Very user friendly. I love the single cup ability here that we can put in just, you know, a little bit of coffee grinds. They also have pods available for this. So I think functionality, it's great. If you're an avid coffee drinker and sometimes you want just 1 cup, this is perfect for you, and then other times an actual whole pot. So worth the money, I think, and it looks fantastic too. You know, you've got the stainless with the black. So yeah, I give it definitely 5 stars.
Hi, I'm Mary Rogers, and this is the Cuisinart Perfect Temp 12-cup thermal carafe automatic coffee maker. So you'll notice in the front here it has a beautifully designed housing. It has lots of great features. This is your thermal carafe. The top here we call the brew through, pour through lid. So once you put the lid on and the coffee is brewed into it, you don't have to twist or turn it. You can just pour off your coffee. Really simple and easy. Just put that back in place. It also has a brew pause feature, so if you're impatient and you can't wait till the whole pot is done brewing, you can take it out, pour off 1 cup, put it back in, and it'll continue brewing. So here is your main panel here. You notice that there are 4 buttons around the clock. The one here says tone, and that's so that you can actually turn the audible ringer off when the coffee is finished. So if you'd prefer not to have it on, that's something you can do. You can turn it on or off. This is your hour button, your minute button. You hold this down until it starts blinking, and then what you do is you can change the time just by pressing the button. Once you release your hand, what'll happen is it'll blink for like a couple of seconds, and then it'll set itself automatically. This is your program button here. This is to program your coffee maker for letting it go off at any time during a 24-hour period. So if you know every day you get up and you want your coffee at 8 o'clock in the morning, you can program it to go off automatically. So here are the numerous buttons across the front. You have clean, which this will turn red around the outside of the button when it's time to decalcify your coffee maker, which is very important to keep it working as best as it can. This is your bold button. So if you don't have it on, then it's basically like a medium brew. It's bold, you turn it on. This is your brew on and off. So if you press it now, it'll start brewing, but if you have it on programmed, you can basically do auto on, and then that will have your program time. It'll go off the time you have it programmed to brew. Then on the far right, you have your 1 to 4 cup button, and that is meant to be used obviously when you're going to be making less than a full pot, because the brewing cycle is different specifically for 1 to 4 cups. So this is your lid. I'm going to open it up here. On this side you have your filter holder. You just turn this down like so. You prepare your filter and you slide it in here. And this filter removes chlorine's taste and odor. You just slide it back in there. And over here, this is, I'm going to turn this sideways, this is where your water window is, right here. This is your permanent gold tone filter, which we give you with your unit. That's really great. It's completely reusable. You just rinse it off after you've made your coffee, and you can continue to use it. These are your starter pack of paper filters if you prefer to use paper. This is your scoop for scooping your coffee. So here on the top you have what we refer to as the shower head. It has lots of holes in it. And after you put your water into the water reservoir, that water will be cold, but as it heats up, it'll come out the shower head, and then that will be dispersed evenly over the grinds to make your fresh, flavorful coffee. So there you have it, the Cuisinart Perfect Temp 12-cup thermal carafe automatic coffee maker.